after becoming arguably one of the greatest college football players to ever lace him up. AD, Ncaa is about to move to the next level. Winner of multiple Heisman Trophy awards, not to mention Maxwell's, Davey O'Brien's, and the list goes on. Ncaa, in the last college game he'd ever play, destroyed the long-standing Davis curse by winning the national championship. This burst down the door for his older brother, Terrence, who won a Super Bowl in the same season. AD has decided to forego the NFL Combine, opting instead to put on a passing display at Oregon's Pro Day. The Pro Day was scripted to show off all the things people considered AD to not be so great at. So he made timing throws from the pocket. He showed velocity on some passes, touch on others. Scouts quickly realized that they had underestimated AD's ability to put the ball wherever he wanted. Then, in one seemingly random play, he rolls out, throws against his momentum, throws a rocket, hits his wide receiver perfectly in stride. And to cap the day off, he threw a 70-yard bomb, placed perfectly to show off his arm strength. He opted not to run the 40 because he was trying to shed the image of being a running QB, not enhance it. AD wowed John Gruden on Gruden's QB camp with his knowledge of assignments and reads. We don't mention it often, but don't forget, AD has a genius level intellect, and despite being a Heisman Trophy winner, graduated first in his class. While still on Gruden's QB camp, during the field portion, AD's footwork was on full display, and again, it was phenomenal. AD had done everything he can do to be the #1 pick in the draft. So, when draft day rolled around, the Davis brothers, TD and AD, gathered their girlfriends, mom, few friends were invited, all to TD's house to watch the draft. Low-key AD, of course, had opted to skip actually going to the draft. TD asked his little brother, like, yo, you want your dad here, bro? AD was like, hell nah, man. Might try to steal something out your crib, bro. So that was settled. AD did decide to permit a small camera crew to film his reaction to being drafted, not to mention TD was planning to live stream the whole thing just because, you know, it's TD. When Roger Goodell walked up to the podium, it was quiet in the house. You could hear a pin drop, and you could have heard AD's phone ring, except it didn't. And with the first pick in the NFL draft, the New York Giants select a left tackle? No need to panic, no need to panic. Next up, we had the Colts, the Ravens, the Bucks, and the Bengals, all who had relative strong quarterback options and all who passed on drafting a quarterback. Finally, San Francisco was on the clock and everybody knew they was taking a QB. At this point, AD's super anxious. Him and TD are literally standing on the couch. And with the 6th pick in the NFL draft, the 49ers select DeShone Kizer. AD drops down, TD screams at the TV, and Bruce, from the Bruce and Bob show, applauds. He tweeted out something along the lines of, when you're right, you're right. AD's fall in the draft would continue for a few more picks until the Houston Texans were on the clock. Houston has been in need of a franchise QB for a long time, forever. Yeah, they've never had one. So bam, they drafted AD, pick number 9 overall. Everyone knew that teams had passed on AD just due to his stature. Standing only 5'10", a lot of teams think he's going to have a hard time adjusting to the NFL. He's also labeled as a runner and has had some history with injuries. But AD promised vengeance on all the teams that passed on him. But on a brighter note, AD was now expected to be the starting quarterback on a division rival of his brother's team, and they had to play twice a year. Unfortunately for AD, TD had already agreed to play his last season under contract with the Titans on defense. It's going down at some point. Week 7, I already marked it. More on that later. AD opened up the preseason strong, and with his genius level IQ, had already completely learned the playbook. And while the coach didn't fully trust him to call plays, he already had the power to audible in his very first preseason game. AD had a solid preseason, looking like a veteran from the start. As a matter of fact, he completed his first 9 passes in a row. Now that spanned over 2 games. As most of you know, on Madden, you only play the first quarter of every single preseason game if you're the starter. AD did come in as the starter, so we only play in the first quarter. Did he have some bad moments? Oh yeah. Might have thrown a pick or two, got sacked, fumbled, made some bad reads, but it's all to be expected from a rookie. AD is believed to have a bright future in the NFL, but it's definitely not guaranteed. It'll be extremely interesting to see all the developing storylines. AD's college rival DeShone Kizer, who was drafted before him, as yes, I did create him. He is starting for San Francisco. When TD and AD finally go head to head, that's gonna be good, man. That is gonna be so fun. Playing in the same division with the last 2 Super Bowl winning teams. Remember, the Jaguars won the year before and the Titans won last year. So it's a very tough division. And obviously gonna be closely compared to his brother's quarterback, Marcus Mariota, who also attended Oregon. So this is gonna be a fun series, man. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Not sure how it's gonna go, but I'm gonna have fun putting it together. Hope y'all have fun watching it. FlemLo Raps 1.